Hello. Is the mic working? Is the mic working? Testing one, two, three. Testing. Can somebody hop on and tell me if the mic is working? Oh, wait. Let me see if I can see. Uh, is the mic working? Hey, going on now. Oh, can you hear me? It is. You hear me last time. Okay, it's working. Cool. All right. Okay, my sound is working now. Last time I was on, my sound was not working at all. So, okay, came on to talk about the new the new phase that we're going into. Okay? Link likes your. Okay. We're going into a new phase, a whole new phase. Biden is in office. Oh shit. Fucking fascist, bro. Hold on. I'm just joking, actually. I'm just joking. So we're going into a new phase, and the House right now, the House is, the House and Senate is in full control of the the Democrat Party. Now, what that means is the fight is now between the Democrats and the liberals and the progressives. The Republicans don't really have any power right now. So now everything has shifted. Okay. It's a whole new thing going on. The fight is between progressives and liberals right now. And also, what does it mean to put pressure on Biden? The time is now to put pressure, to put on the pressure. Okay. Democrats have the House and Senate. Okay. Democrats have the House and Senate. So we have to know we can't conflate the progressives with the Democrats and liberals and all this stuff now. Okay, it is over. That part is over. It's done. Now there's going to be an actual battle. Okay, so I'm gonna get into the just positive things, like um about Biden moving into the office, and then we'll start moving towards the negative aspects. Okay, now we're like properly focused. um Instead of like unhinged crazy people. So the Biden is going in already signing executive orders. A lot of good things he's doing right now. There's a bunch of good things. Okay, first, he's actually rejoining the Paris Climate Accords. Paris Climate Accords. Okay, he's actually revoking the Keystone uh, uh, pipeline. Revoking the permit for Keystone pipeline. He rescinded it. No pipeline is going through at all. And that is weird because that is something Obama didn't do. Okay. Biden is doing it. Okay. Um, I don't know how he thought in the past about the pipeline, but it seems like uh, that's a good step. So he rescinded, removed, done. He's now reverting a lot of things back and also strengthening the DACA program. Okay, the DACA program with for immigrants that bringing their children into the United States. Okay, that's DACA for. So he's strengthening that. So there's a few good things coming in. All right. I'm gonna get into the negative part soon. Don't worry, because people foam out of the mouth for the negative. Um, you know, and we do have to watch out for the negative stuff, and we do have to put pressure. Um, but also the negative stuff is what makes you money. So you got to give some negative. Just fucking with you guys. Um, so he's going in there, signing some executive orders, is looking good. And so now here's Iran. Iranian President Hassan urged the incoming U.S. administration, okay, on Wednesday, okay, that's today, to return to the 2015 nuclear agreement. He may return to that. I mean, if he rescinded the pipeline, like totally revoked it, okay, something Obama didn't do, okay, he might go back to the 2015 nuclear agreement, which will make Iran really happy. Okay, they can do their, it will be different. Um, and also they're asking to lift the sanctions on Tehran while welcoming the end of the tyrant President Donald Trump's era. That's what they claimed. So this is Iran. What does China say? Let's look at China. China. I'm just getting into like the geopolitical stuff. China said on Wednesday it wanted to cooperate with President Joe Biden, new U.S. administration, while announcing sanctions against. Oh shit! I guess China has set some sanctions against Pompeo and 27 other top officials under Donald Trump. So China is attacking these personalities. China has put sanctions on Mike Pompeo and 27 other top officials, and willing to work with Joe Biden right now. Yes, Joe Biden did have a strong talk on being strong on trade deals, but he said it's diplomatic. So he has that. It's all political language. So China is literally hoping for a cooperative diplomatic talks, and he set the sanctions on these people. What else is going on? Yeah. Okay, India. It's trippy because Indian villagers in India is celebrating Kamala's vice presidency. Interesting, right? So India is celebrating Kamala's vice presidency. Indian villagers, uh, and they also started passing around calendar featuring faces of Biden and Kamala Harris that was distributed throughout the village by a cooperative. So even Indian villagers, they're welcoming Kamala. But also at the same time, if you think about it, the U.S. is kind of like this center of attention in the world a little bit, and it tends to create influences in even other people's societies. And India was going through a lot of stuff, or India is still going through a lot of stuff. It's going through its little fascist phase, and their fascist uh, leader over there, you know, and they want to remove Modi too. So many people want to remove Modi. So their celebration of Kamala, I think, has to do because she's of Asian descent, Indian from India, and also her name is Kamala. Kamala is a Sanskrit name, and also it has is a complete different personality from the Trump administration, and that helps also the influence that's going on over there. The whole the whole the whole Trump thing is dying down. What is this? Yes, now I can. Oh, okay. Yeah, I had to use a different mic. I think it had something to do with that mic or something. So now it sounds better. So yeah, so the whole thing with um uh uh Kamala is a good thing, for them. Or they celebrating it over there. That's just something simple. Um, what else can we go into? Uh, I still don't find anything on. Everybody screams censorship. I still don't find anything on censorship yet. One thing that worries me though is a bill that was brought up. Okay, like some kind of like domestic terrorism bill thing from Biden. Let me see who's. I don't know why my words are so small. Sound okay. Sounds good. Oh, cool, cool, cool. Robert. So yeah, I'm connected on Twitch, Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube at the same time. So I'm just gonna be doing live videos on all these different channels at the same time and work from there. So that's why you'll see the little symbols on the side, like the Twitter symbol and then the Facebook symbol on the comment section and everything. So yeah, so um one thing that worries me is a domestic terrorist bill thing, whatever that gonna be or however it's gonna look like. That's something to stand against. That is some actual real bill mentioned. I haven't found anything on censorship and anything. I think the censorship complaint is mainly complaining to the social networks. But the weird thing about censorship is nobody has said anything about censorship in the past. When like the trans community, uh, transgender community gets censored, or the black community getting censored, or even like good speakers like Noam Chomsky getting censored. Nobody has said anything. Nobody has said anything. But now when Trump gets suspended in Twitter and blocked for 2 weeks on Facebook, right? Oh, censorship is crazy. Oh my God, censorship. Um, all of a sudden, people are paying attention. And then you have like these people that supposedly leftists or progressives, right? Like people like what's it like Friola Isabel and Jimmy Dore and everything talking about this sensationalizing the censorship. Is like, where is this censorship coming from? Is it, are you talking about the social networks or what? If they're talking about social networks, okay, I guess they're not doing it. It's not cool. But there's no, I haven't found no bill, no political thing of government trying to want to do censorship on people yet. But the bill for domestic terrorism, okay, or the idea on the domestic terrorism and stuff, that's a trip, and that's an actual bill that has been mentioned. I like to just stick with like grounded reality. I don't like to like what's it called, sensationalize things that are not happening or something that has not been mentioned or anything. So we have to be really grounded. Okay, we don't want to act like these fucking fascists. Okay, like these fascists, they're like they're looping up, and then you get some leftists getting some. I don't even know if they're leftists or anything, getting caught up in this sensationalism, and then defending these fascists or having weird talking points defending these fascists, even with that rate over there. It's just weird, strange. So that's what I'll worry about. It's the actual bill that's been mentioned. Um, uh, uh, but like I said earlier, he came in doing good things, started with good things. He rescinded the Keystone Pipeline, something that Obama did not do. He revoked the permit for the pipeline. No pipeline is going through. Pass an executive order on that. Okay. Um, uh, what else? He's rejoining the Paris Climate Accords. He's actually rejoining the Paris Climate Accords. I don't know how far he will go in helping the infrastructure for climate change. We'll see how far he'll go. Probably won't go so far, but at least it's something. It's not under a Republican Party that doesn't do shit and will fucking head on the damage. At least it's slowing it down. Maybe he's not going to do enough, but that's something. That is something. Okay. I really worry about the climate change here too. Like we have one fucking planet, one fucking planet. Um, sorry for the cussing, but he's also now, guess what? Strengthening the DACA program. He's rolling back. He is removing Trump's stuff and strengthening the DACA program. Okay, for the children that comes here to America that is sent by immigrants and the children coming here, the DACA program open again. Boom, there, done deal. Um, what else is going on? Let me read something here. Um, uh, okay, All right. Now, I don't know how I started this video, but now the House. Okay, I think. Oh yeah, I already said this before, but I have more people on here. A little bit more, a few people. The House and Senate is taken over by Democrats. Okay, I'm going to repeat this again. It's taken over by Democrats, and what that means is that it's just a fight between the progressives and liberals now. Okay, the progressives and liberals. The fight, the Republican voice is dying out, it's dead, and they don't have no control. Okay, you're going to see what it means by putting pressure on Biden or the administration. You're going to see what that looks like because the House is taken over by the Democrats. Okay. Now, when there's what trips me out is people consistently attacking progressives and not the liberals. It's very strange. I think they were trying to start a momentum or a habit, like a human habit or conditioning to kind of misguide. But now we're Biden's in, the Senate and House is taking over. Now we're gonna see what it really is. We're gonna see real politics. Okay, all this fucking mumbo jumbo under Trump, that was like a bunch of shit, a lot of crap coming from everybody. Like everybody, it's not like just like everybody. Nobody understood. Nobody was grounded. Okay, so now when the fight starts between the progressives and liberals, that is what you will call putting the pressure on the administration, the Biden administration. Okay, but we do have good people within the administration, also inside the administration. We have a lady, indigenous lady named Deb Hagen. Okay, she's the Secretary of Interior. What does that mean? Secretary of Interior. Sometimes I wonder, look, Biden has revoked the permit for the Keystone pipeline. Boom. Something Obama did not even do. Something Obama did not even do. Interesting. Something to think about a little bit. But I'm going to get into some negative parts too later. The bill was one negative thing. Revoked it. Deb Hagen, Secretary of Interior. What's the Secretary of Interior? Secretary of Interior is the secretary that works with BLM, like Bureau of Land Management, the Indian Land Management. Hold damn. Meaning that there's going to be a really good move in preserving these lands and nature, and also working with indigenous people and the indigenous communities. It's looking interesting. Another person, chairman of the budget committee, Bernie Sanders. Oh, damn. In a way, I don't really care who the fuck is the president. Right now, what we're looking at is the Congress, the House and Senate, and the fight that will begin between the liberals and the progressives. The Democrats are out. I mean, the Republicans are out. Next is to show the liberal face. It is time to know what step and what direction we need to take while we're evolving. I don't look for perfection or a utopia. It's about taking the right step in the right, going in the right direction to show what the liberal face looks like. So the fight is between, since the House and Senate is taken over by the Democrats, the fight is between the progressives and the liberals. Okay, we have certain people within the administration that are cool too. The pressure is on. Now that's what it means by putting pressure. Putting pressure doesn't mean, oh, I'm pessimistic, I'll talk shit, no hope, like this and that. No, it's not about that. Putting pressure is about politics. Okay, now we're gonna be putting on the freaking pressure. While that's going on, what do we have to do? We have to build workers organizations and nurses organizations and build them up. Okay, work with them. I work with nurses organizations, and give help when they need help, if I can do it at the time or when I'm open, doing phone calls or whatever it is. I don't organize it or nothing. I just work with them. But the working with organizations is good too. You don't have to. Okay. So you build up workers organizations, unions, nurses organizations, and you start building dual power. That dual power building is what's needed because it is what the backup is for the progressive movement, okay, or leftist movement, even building a leftist movement, growing and growing more and more. This is another phase. The other phase with Trump, that was to show the face of the Republican. Now we're going into another phase. We're going to show the face of the liberals. Okay, the fight is between the progressives and the liberals. Remember that. People who create confusions are the ones that probably constantly attack a progressive and never would talk about the liberals. Okay, and I think they were trying to misguide people to go to that direction or create that habit. What's next? Okay, what's more news here? Hold on. Uh, so good stuff. Good stuff. Oh yeah. So the first 3 months of Biden's presidency will be really good. Nothing bad can happen. You can mark my words for that too. First 3 months, it will be really good. So it's gonna be hard to find something to complain about. It's gonna be hard to know where the pressures need to be put on, you know, towards that Biden administration. So the first 3 months could be real good. After that, it's gonna be start looking trippy. Okay, it's just how politics is. I'm not making like some special freaking predictions. Just how I'm just saying how politics works. So what you look for, okay? I'm just giving an idea. You're gonna see exactly what I'm talking about as time passes. Okay. And I'll be doing more videos too because I'm gonna go live on all these channels too, like multiple channels, multiple social networks more often. I'll be talking about controversial things. I say controversial because some stuff among the left can be controversial, but I think it comes from because they worship other states, or everything instead of defending people. You know, defending people, um, actual socialist movements, and these other different countries. And I'll be bringing a lot of that stuff up during this phase that we're going through. Okay. Um, um, mm, so we're going to go through some interesting stuff, but now uh, uh, I will be siding with progressives a lot more, and I'll be really hitting hard against the liberals. Okay, it's siding with progressives, but but how we support them is building organizations from the ground, and these organizations come up and back up these progressives by putting pressure, making uh uh creating organizations, slamming with phone calls, putting uh building uh, um a movement. It has to keep freaking building. It just can't stop. It just can't stop. But I'm worried about some people trying to sabotage the situation because I've been seeing a lot of weird stuff. I've been seeing a lot of weird red brown talking points and a lot of weird stuff coming from leftists, almost sounding fashy too. So it's a little bit trippy. That we have to rail against too. We have to really watch out for that. So what else? I don't know what to bring up now. Let's see what else. Just bringing up some simple stuff. Um, the executive orders are looking good. Oh, what's he rolling back on? Oh yeah, there's another thing here. Let me see. Hold on, I'm looking through my computer here. Blah 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 blah. Okay, what's going on? What else to bring up? What else to bring up? Oh, I'm so glad this freaking Trump shit is over, dude. It's gonna be a whole nother world, a whole nother phase. And with this phase, we're gonna see who's the phonies and who is not the phonies. And you're gonna see what I'm talking about. It's gonna be like a little bit more obvious. It's over. It's like over. And then the putting the pressure on Biden is on. Is on. and you'll see how everything starts to shift. Um, Also, I would like to talk about the four different types of socialists that tends to hurt the socialist movement or the leftist movements. Four types of leftists that hurt the leftist movement. And what are they? They are what you call vulgar socialists, vulgar communists, tankies. They come under the umbrella of the vulgar communists. Okay. um, and lifestyleists, anarchists. Okay, these four types of people, they don't, they hurt the leftist movement. They're very, they can either be, they don't present the message well. They're very, some can be very contrarian, or they don't have they don't know how to argue well about on economics. Economics, that's very important. Economic science. I mean, all the socialist theorists, they were theorists of economy, economics. Okay, um, and also leading to a stateless, classless, moneyless society. Ideas and how these and what they talked about. So the vulgar socialists, what do they do? What do they do that messes up the leftist movement that can hurt? Um, they're not bad people. Uh, they're just leftists that can't debate on economics. They're like vulgar socialists debate from a place of distribution, not production. Okay, not production. So sometimes and also what a capitalist does is try to draw in that socialist, or try to draw in the debate of distribution, or debate on distribution, and stay away from production, because the capitalists can just like stomp on the fucking leftists and socialists when they move them away from production to the argument of distribution. So that's one thing, okay? Because distribution comes later. First, you have to defend the workers. Okay, you have to talk about worker empowerment in the economic world. Okay, and also having democratic input into the economy. First, that's how it begins. Okay, then later, distribution, the idea of distribution comes. Okay, vulgar communists, that's the next. I'm just giving simple rough ideas to give an idea. Second one, vulgar communists, what do? Vulgar communists are weird, dude. They will defend anything a state does that calls itself socialist. Yes, yeah, defend socialist ideas, just like I'll defend progressives that share socialist ideas. But they don't. But the thing is, what the vulgar communists do, if a state, okay, a foreign country outside of their own country, right? If it calls itself socialist, they will defend it to the freaking end, no matter what they do, even if it's fascist. Yeah, and that's why even tankies come under the category of vulgar communists. So you got vulgar socialists, you got vulgar communists. Vulgar communists, they will even defend capitalism without knowing they're defending capitalism just because a state calls itself socialist. That's a vulgar communist. And a vulgar communist will always lose a battle also against a capitalist when it comes even to debating on economics. Yes, even when it comes to debating on economics, because then the capitalists will override that vulgar communist and say, let's place this weird ass neoliberal policy here also, then, if they are doing it in the socialist state, because at the end, that's how they'll fucking get you. They'll hook you like that. That's a vulgar communist. A vulgar communist cannot fucking help the leftist movement, especially when we're going into this other phase while we're under Biden. We really want to push really actual leftist ideas, okay, in this country. I'm not going to go defend some weird shit that another country does that's no good. For example, China is an example, okay? What's it? 1980, and I think in 1980s, between 1980 to 82, right? Deng started putting policies of decollectivizing some industries and agriculture, decollectivizing, and then removing the democratic process within the economy. Yeah, removing, and vulgar communists will defend that. I don't know why. They will defend that. I don't care that if a state exists or not. I really don't care. I don't care about the arguments of what it's a state or not. I care about people's freedom. Care about people's input in the economy, democratic input in the economy, and those. I'm more concerned with the people more than anything. I don't care about the whole dogmatic idea of if a state exists or not, because I think naturally, if we go move into these leftist ideas, I think we naturally transition to a non-state situation. That will I'll describe another time, because because it always will have to start off with worker empowerment, and then next you go to higher phase and you work with the distribution issues. Okay, but what vulgar communists defend, they defend China decollectivizing. Okay, so they hurt the leftist message, decollectivizing, and they make a point about it. The protest in Tiananmen Square, guess what the protest in Tiananmen Square was about? The protest in Tiananmen Square was about to collectivize again, and the people were protesting to have democratic input into the economy. So basically, me as a leftist or socialist, I stand by the people and not by the states. Big difference. So basically, the United States, all the fucking reactionary right wingers have it wrong about the protest. Oh, they were protesting for freedom or free market. No, they weren't. Well, yeah, free market, because a free market is actually collectivizing and democratizing the fucking economy. That's a free market. When you democratize the economy, that's a free market. That's a real free market. So they had a bad view, the U.S. people here or the U.S. media, and then the vulgar communist defends the Chinese media, not talking about what the people were protesting, but saying, "Oh, it wasn't that as bad as the U.S. will say." And it's true. What they say is true. Wasn't that bad. It was an actual normal protest. They weren't like there was not like all this slaughter stuff. That's another part. Okay. So they back up the whole Chinese media over the protesters, the vulgar communists. That's how bad it is. That's how vulgar communism is. The message, the messaging is so fucking bad, dude. It's like, god dang, you're not sharing a leftist idea when we're trying to have our own societies and our own country to progress more leftist. You're sharing some whacked out red liberalism. It's not good, because and then the capitalists that you're debating with is go, okay, we'll implement that then. Okay, let's do that one. It's not fucking cool, dude. Like, holy shit, bro. So you guys, vulgar socialists and the vulgar communists, these two do a lot of fucking damage. They don't help progress and help us move forward and evolve. Okay. What's that? Oh, tankies. Tankies. What kind of word is that, anyways? But tankies fall under the concept of vulgar communists. They fall under that umbrella because they will defend the whole tanks rolling over people in Holland. Okay, or it had to be done, or this and that, or that was something they had to do. Or I don't know, man. Like, that's the problem with vulgar communists or even tankies. The tanky, you could probably call any vulgar communist a tanky. Actually, it's just a pejorative. It's just a stupid word. But yeah, though you know what? I can leave out the word tanky and just say these three hurt the movement: vulgar socialists, vulgar communists, and anarchists, lifestylist anarchists. Lifestylist anarchists are highly, like, very weird in participating in collective organization. And they're very contrarian, and they hurt the movement also. They hurt the movement by being consistently contrarian. Consistently. They don't help leftists get together and organize and move forward to do things. Okay. An example of of lifestylist anarchists could be a post-leftist. Okay. Post-leftist. They claim to be egoists, or they claim to be individualists. So it's this rugged individualist they try to grab onto. A lot of contrarian type socialists will actually move towards post-leftists just to always be contrarian. Okay. Always be contrarian, not concerned with their own freedom or the freedom of the people. always disorganized. I don't know why they exist, but it's not. Lifestyleists tend to fall under the category of individualists and egoists a lot, but it doesn't mean that the individualist or egoist is a lifestylist anarchist. Okay, because this term also came up from Bookchin, and Bookchin considered himself individualist, but into collective organization, highly into collective organization, majorly into that. Um, so it's not about, oh, they're all individualists or all egoists are no good, or they're all lifestylist anarchists. Then no, they're not. It depends on the egoist. There's a lot of good egoists out there. There's egoist communists, that work really well. They're not like the post leftist egoists. So there's different categories of different people. So that's the fourth one. So that gives an idea. I went too long with the vulgar communists, but I wanted to give a rough idea of these guys. And these are the guys that really are not helpful. Not helpful at all. At all. They can't process what to do next. They don't understand what dual power is, or that we have to build dual power to help change our system. Okay? We have to build up on workers organizations, nurses organizations. We have to build them up. That way the pressure comes strong, because these organizations will be the backing of the progressives. Okay, that's why dual power is needed right now more than ever. Now, right now is the test. Right now, also, while we're in the phase of Biden, you're gonna see who knows how to fucking debate or not debate. You're gonna see who is unhinged in the mind. They won't even freaking know what to do. That's just what's going to come down to. Now is about real stuff. It's going to get into the nitty gritty. The House is taken over. The House of Senate is taken over by Democrats. It's between the debates between progressives and liberals now. The fight. You're going to see what's going on. You're going to see what's going on. But I think that's all I have to say now. Okay. Started off with the Biden thing, and I think I'm going too long with this video. I shouldn't make these videos too long. I should have made it. Probably should have made it two separate thing, but I guess I felt like I had to put it together. Like, talk about the strange leftists that doesn't help the movement, like the vulgar socialists, vulgar communists, and lifestyleists, anarchists. Okay, we have to stay away from that type of thinking. Also, and there's people that don't understand diversity of tactics. They're too comfortable. And also, what's going on? Here's an I had something in my head and it just slipped. So yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I'm gonna do for now, and I'm gonna be coming on more often, a lot more often. I'm gonna bring up controversial stuff, things that could be even controversial among the left, but it shouldn't have to be controversial among the left. And like I said earlier, I mainly stand by the people, not the state. And also, I don't care if a freaking state exists or not. I really don't fucking care, because I care more about the freedom of the people. Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna do more of this. I've been doing a lot of I did a lot of I did a bunch of studies on Marxism, and I understand the critiques and what are good things in there. I'll be talking more about communalism, dual power, and municipalism. Oh, here's another thing. One good example of organizing from the ground is Cooperation Jackson, Jackson, Mississippi, municipalist syndicalist movement. That will help defend the progressives and back up the progressives to where we can move forward. They're building dual power. We need to build dual power. We need to empower ourselves and fight against Now we're fighting against the liberals, and we're going to show the liberal face. Okay, you'll see what's going on. That's why I was sketching out on all these people consistently attacking the progressives, especially like Nina Turner. Like, goddamn, I was seeing a lot of weird stuff. It was really strange. But I'm going to be doing more videos more often. I got everything grounded and more handled, settled, and I've seen through a lot of stuff. So now we're in this Biden phase, and and now people got to understand political pressure. I'm gonna get off. So I'll see you guys later. This probably video went too long. I tend to lose track of time, but I'll see you guys again. Peace, love, and moving forward, evolving, diversity of tactics, and we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Democrats have the House. Now the fight's between progressives and liberals. Now we'll see what's going to happen. Now we're going to see people's faces and everything. It's on. Thanks for coming.